Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. So, uh, we will speak about a new topic in this session. So, that is all about subject verb agreement. So, you might wonder what a subject verb agreement means. It is nothing but the main verb in a sentence must agree with the subject of the sentence in number and person. For example, my aunt and uncle lives in Florida or in Delhi. So here, the word live and the subject has a relation. So usually, there will be a relation with the subject and the verb a sentence has. So this is all about a subject verb agreement. Mainly, it is the sentence must agree with the subject of the sentence in number and person. So we are speaking about the relation between the subject and the verb. So that is all about the subject verb agreement. So that is why I said that the main verb in a sentence must agree with the subject or the sentence in number and person. So in the last class, we were speaking about finite and non-finite verbs. So here, we speak only about finite verb. You may know that non-finite verbs do not show any relation with the subject or subject in a sentence. So that is all about it. Now we will speak more about subject verb agreement. See, when a subject is a noun or a pronoun, the verb takes a form which agrees with its number and person. In a simple way, a singular subject will take a singular verb and a plural subject will take a plural verb. So this will be the main format of the subject verb agreement. When the subject is a phrase or a clause, the verb takes a form which agrees with the third person singular, that is it or something like that. So I will explain in detail with some examples. So I have set an example that my aunt and uncle lives in Florida. Here there are two people which is connected with a conjunction, and we take my aunt and uncle as a single subject and then speak. If I say that only my aunt lives in Florida or in Delhi, so there the sentence or the subject verb agreement it changes. Since it is a plural form of the subject, we have a plural form of the verb. That is why my aunt and uncle lives in Florida, for example. My aunt and uncle lives in Delhi. Delhi. So here we are using a conjunction in order to connect two people, that is my aunt and my uncle. So these are plural, we can say. So we live in Delhi, and if we are using only my aunt, what will we use? We will use my aunt lives in Mumbai, lives in Delhi. So what is the difference between these two? Here the subject agrees with the verb in the sentence. So that is the main thing with regard to the subject verb agreement. As I said in the beginning, if there is a singular subject, it follows the singular verb. If it is a plural subject, it will have a plural verb in the sentence. I can give a few more examples like swimming on a full stomach is not advisable. Swimming on a full stomach is a gerund phrase or the gerund form of a phrase, and or a noun phrase, we can say noun. In the last class we spoke about gerund and other kind of things, and we spoke about noun phrase. So swimming on a full stomach is a noun phrase, and it becomes a subject in the sentence. So it becomes a single subject in the sentence, a single form of the subject. And so what will happen? The word is will be used in the sentence in order to speak about the subject verb agreement. Or else, what makes me sad is their indifference to the announcement. What makes me sad is the verb in subject in the sentence, and is the difference. So here the word is used in order to show the singular form or the subject to verb agreement. So that is all about it. And then we have to know something more about the plural form of the verb when we use in a sentence. So we can say it as a compound subject. Compound subject. See, my aunt and my uncle. So it can be said as it's a compound subject, because there are two subjects in this and it is connected with a conjunction. A compound subject is made up of two or more nouns, pronouns that are corrected by a coordinating conjunction. So the word and can be called as a coordinating conjunctions. So what do you mean by coordinating conjunction? Coordinating conjunctions are used between two parts of equal importance, like and, but, or. So all these words will be used as a coordinating conjunction, and these coordinating conjunctions are used in order to connect two compound subjects or two the main important subjects. So here we cannot avoid my aunt and my uncle. So both are important, and these both are connected with the word and it is said that it lives in Delhi. So I hope it is clear. So we move on to the next part of it, or the things which we have to keep in mind when we speak about a subject verb agreement. When two nouns or pronouns are corrected by and, the resulting compound subject takes a plural verb. So as I said in the beginning, for example, Sanjay and Rajesh have passed the test. Or else, my uncle and aunt live in Mumbai. My aunt and uncle live in Mumbai. So when we use a singular form, that is my aunt lives in Mumbai, or when we use a compound subject, what will happen? It becomes a plural form, and verb also has to take a plural form in the sentence. The same example which I gave just now, that is Sanjay and Rajesh have passed the test. So here Sanjay and Rajesh, these both are a compound subject, and so it has to take a plural form of the subject. So that is with regard to the compound subject. And now we move on to see about the other things which we have to keep in mind when we speak about a subject verb agreement. A compound subject that refers to one idea or one person or thing, or to something considered as one unit, takes a singular verb. Or else we can say, if we are talking about a subject, or if you're talking about a subject from different perspectives, we can say it as we can use a singular verb. For example, the famous poet, philosopher, mathematician Bill Roper has arrived. What does it mean? Here, all these adjectives, all these indications are given to the person, a particular person, Bill Roper. And when we have such a big quotations like, we will use singular subject in the singular verb in the sentence. That is what I said. When we speak about one idea or about one person or a thing or something, no, if I am speaking about this particular pen, that it has a red color, a black color, and we can write easily and so on. We can use a singular subject. For example, the pen is easy to wipe, silent free, bright ink for better visibility. When I say all these, because I am speaking about a singular or a single pen, or the qualities of a single pen. So in those situations, I can use a singular verb in the sentence. So that is with regard to the next step of it. And we can speak more about agreement of verbal subject. That is, a compound subject made up of plural nouns or pronouns that are considered by or not takes a plural verb. That is, musicians and performers are often the most appreciated artists. So here we are not speaking about two ideas. Here the musicians and the performers are often the most appreciated artists. So here we are not speaking about one idea or one person or one thing. We are speaking about two people. One is musicians and another one is the performers. So here the word and the two ideas are used, but even then the compound subject is used, but even then what will happen? We are not speaking about a single idea. So if I am saying that the black pen and the white pen are very easy to write, or very good for very good for looking. So when I say that, I am speaking about the two ideas or two pens. I am not speaking about a single pen. So what I can do? I can use the plural form in the sentence. That is why it is said musicians and performers are often the most appreciated artists. So that is with regard to it. And when we move on to see about the other kind of things, like a compound subject made up of singular nouns or pronouns that are connected by or not takes a singular verb. As I said, a musician or a dancer is often the most appreciated artist. So here there is a compound subject and it's a singular noun or pronoun that connected by or not takes a singular verb. So which is connected by or nor will have a singular verb. So in the above example we have seen that it takes a plural verb because it speaks about two ideas or two persons, and it uses a compound article in article in the sentence, or compound coordinator in the sentence, or a compound connector in the sentence. So what will happen? It will use a plural, and now in this situations we will use a singular form in the sentence. So that is with regard to it. And the last one with regard to the subject verb agreement is that when a compound subject is made up of singular and plural nouns that are connected by either or neither nor or not only but also, the verb will be in the form of a singular form. For example, neither students nor the school was interested in the competition. So there, what we can understand there, both those people were not really interested in the competition. So here we speak about a general idea, that is both the school as well as the students. I can give one more example, like either she or her friends are responsible for this project. So here a plural form is used because what happened? They have two ideas in their mind. So that is with regard to this point. And now we move on to see about another important thing, that is the principle of proximity. So what is the proximity or principle of proximity? It is nothing but the nearness of the subject and the verb. That is, when the main part of the subject is separated by a large group of words, Be careful to correctly identify the head noun in the subject. That is, the resounding and rhythmic beat of the drums makes my heart go faster. So here, which is the subject? It is not the resounding or the rhythmic. It is the beat. It is the beat that makes makes the verb subject in the sentence. It is not the drums or the rhythmic or the resounding, but it is the word beat is the subject in the sentence. So it will take a plural form. And I can give one more example. The last stage of the 1000 meters climb was tough. So here it is a large phrase or a large subject phrase, and we have to identify which is the subject. So here the last stage of the 1000 meters climb was tough. So here there is a word called the last stage, 1000 meters climb, and all those things are there. But here the word stage is the subject in the sentence. So it has to be followed by a singular subject. So that is why it is used as a was tough. So that is all about the principle of proximity, and we will see what are the things which we have learned today. So we spoke about subject verb agreement, and in subject verb agreement there is what the relation between subject and verb, in the sense a singular subject has to be followed by a singular verb, and a plural subject has to be followed by a plural verb, and so on. And also we have seen some other kind of things which we have to keep in mind when we speak about subject verb agreement. Or else, in simple way, we can say the exceptions which are there in the main rule. So there are some exceptions to the main rule, and we have seen some of the exceptions which we have to keep in mind when we speak about a subject verb agreement. And there are some more things which I wanted to tell, but I will tell all those things in the next class. And today we will wind up with this session. Thank you.